Have you ever felt like something's off in your relationship, like she's physically there, but emotionally, she's a million miles away? Women who aren't invested drop subtle psychological clues long before they walk away. And if you miss these signs, you could waste months or even years chasing someone who's already checked out. Today, I'm revealing the 6 undeniable psychological clues that she's not serious about you. Clue hash 1 is so common, most men ignore it until it's too late. 1. Minimal effort in communication. When a woman isn't invested, her communication style shifts dramatically. You'll notice her texts become shorter, replies take longer, and conversations lack depth. She might respond with K, yeah, or busy RN, phrases that kill momentum rather than build connection. Why this happens? Low priority equal low energy. If she's not emotionally engaged, talking to you feels like a chore. She'll engage only when convenient. Avoiding emotional labor. Deep conversations require vulnerability. If she's not interested, she'll dodge topics that require emotional investment. The polite fade tactic. Some women avoid outright rejection due to guilt or conflict aversion, and instead slowly ghost by reducing communication. Red flags to watch for. Delayed responses. Consistently taking hours/days to reply without valid reasons. No initiating. You're always the one texting first or keeping the conversation alive. Surface level talks. She avoids personal topics, e.g., your feelings, future plans, or her inner world. What not to do. Double texting or confronting her. Pressuring her. Why aren't you replying? Will push her further away. Making excuses for her. She's just busy is believable once or twice, not as a pattern. The brutal truth. If she wanted to talk, she would. Period. Women who are interested find ways to stay in touch, even if they're busy. If you're doing all the heavy lifting, it's a sign she's not invested, and it's time to redirect your energy. 2. Avoiding future-oriented conversations. 600-word breakdown. If she dodges every time you bring up next month, next year, or even next weekend, it's not forgetfulness. It's a psychological escape hatch. Women who see a future with you will subconsciously lean into it. But if she's not invested, her brain will treat planning like a landmine, and her avoidance speaks louder than words. Why this happens? Future talk equal emotional commitment. Discussing plans, even small ones like a concert next month, forces her to mentally acknowledge you're part of her life long term. If she's not serious, this triggers discomfort. The free exit mentality. Women who are unsure keep plans vague so they can easily detach. Example, she agrees to hang out sometime, but resists setting a date. Fear of leading you on. Some avoid future talk to soften the eventual rejection. They don't want to promise what they won't deliver. Red flags to watch for. Deflection tactics. Changing the subject. Anyway, how's work? When you mention a future event. Non-committal answers, we'll see, or maybe, LOL, with no follow-up. Zero long-term curiosity. She never asks about your 5-year goals, dreams, or opinions on marriage/kids if age relevant. Present-only mode. All her focus is on right now, late-night texts, last-minute meetups, but no discussion of anything ahead. Psychological deep dive. A University of Toronto study found that couples who frequently use future tense language, we should, / let's try, have stronger relationship satisfaction. Why? Because the brain associates those phrases with shared identity. When she avoids them, it's a subconscious signal you're still in the temporary category. What not to do? Testing her with fake plans. My friend has wedding tickets next summer. Want to go? If she's avoidant, this backfires by creating pressure, overinterpreting excuses. She said she's bad at planning. People make time for what matters. The brutal truth. If a woman is into you, she'll volunteer future talk unprompted. This restaurant looks fun. Let's go for your birthday. You'd love this podcast. I'll save it for our road trip. Silence on the future isn't neutrality. It's a quiet no. 3. Lack of physical or emotional intimacy. 600-word breakdown. Here's an uncomfortable truth. A woman's body and emotions are always in sync. If she's pulling away physically, her mind has already left the room. And if she's emotionally distant, her touch will feel like a polite habit, not a craving. This isn't about sex. It's about presence. And when that fades, the relationship is running on borrowed time. Why this happens? The touch-emotion link. Neuroscience shows that genuine physical intimacy, holding hands, lingering hugs, spontaneous kisses releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. If she's not invested, her brain subconsciously avoids these triggers to prevent attachment. Emotional withdrawal leads to physical withdrawal. Ever notice she lets you kiss her, but there's no warmth? It's not about the act. It's that her emotional engagement is gone. Duty touch versus desire touch. Duty touch. She hugs you because it's expected. It's brief, mechanical, and energy neutral. Desire touch. She grabs your arm while laughing, plays with your hair, or initiates cuddling without you leading. Red flags to watch for. The avoidance patterns. She stops initiating physical contact. You're always the one reaching for her hand. She accepts affection but doesn't return it, e.g., a stiff hug, quick peck. Sex feels transactional, no emotional connection before/after. Emotional shutdown. She no longer shares vulnerable thoughts, fears, or dreams. Conversation stays surface level work. Weather, gossip, nothing deep. Body language clues. Turning away in bed instead of facing you. Closed off posture, crossed arms. Minimal eye contact. Psychological deep dive. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that relationship satisfaction is directly tied to non-sexual physical affection, not just sex. When touch diminishes, it's often the first sign of emotional disconnection, not the last. What not to do. Chasing validation through sex. Pressuring for intimacy to fix things backfires. It accelerates her emotional exit. Blaming yourself. Maybe I'm not attractive enough. This is about her emotional state, not your worth. The brutal truth. A woman who's invested seeks your touch. She'll find excuses to close physical distance, fixing your collar, brushing against you. Use touch to comfort you during stress, a hand on your back. Playful nudges. If she's consistently passive or distant, she's not tired, she's detached. 4. Frequent cancellations or flakiness. 600-word breakdown. Here's a hard pill to swallow. When a woman starts canceling plans last minute or giving vague maybes, she's not busy. She's just busy with you. Flakiness isn't a scheduling problem. It's a priority problem. And if you're always the backup plan, you were never the main event. Why this happens? The soft exit strategy. Many women avoid direct confrontation and instead slowly fade out by becoming unreliable. Canceling plans or showing up late/indifferent is a passive way to create distance. Loss of anticipation. When she's invested, she looks forward to seeing you. When she's not, meetups feel like obligations, so she procrastinates or bails. You're the option, not the priority. Her cancellations often mean something or someone else took precedence. If she valued you, She'd lock in plans or reschedule immediately with enthusiasm. Red flags to watch for. The classic flake playbook. Last-minute excuses. Something came up. I'm tired. Or rain check with no follow-up. Vague scheduling. Let's hang next week, but never pins down a day. Chronic lateness. Showing up 30+ minutes late with minimal apology shows disrespect for your time. The energy mismatch. You're putting in effort planning dates, confirming, while she's indifferent, whatever you want. She only agrees to low-effort meetups, e.g., just come over, but avoids real dates. Psychological deep dive. Research in social psychological and personality science found that flakiness correlates directly with low emotional investment. People who care hate canceling because they fear disappointing you. If she does it repeatedly, she's not afraid of letting you down because she's already checked out. What not to do. Chasing her for plans. Just let me know when you're free. This rewards her lack of effort, making it easy for her to flake. Always being available teaches her your time has no value. Taking it personally at first. Assume one cancellation is legit, but track the pattern. How to respond like a high-value man. The no reschedule test. If she cancels, don't suggest a new date. Say, no worries, get back to me when you're free. If she doesn't reinitiate, you have your answer. The effort mirror rule. Match her energy. If she's casual, keep plans light. If she bails twice in a row, disengage. The final reality check. Call it out once calmly. I've noticed plans keep changing. If you're not into this, no hard feelings. Just let me know. Her reaction, defensive versus apologetic, reveals everything. The brutal truth. A woman who wants to see you will move things around to make it happen. Give advance notice if she cancels with a real reason. Reschedule immediately with enthusiasm. If she doesn't, she's showing you, not telling you, where you stand. 5. No jealousy or protectiveness. 600-word breakdown. Let's destroy a toxic myth right now. If she doesn't get jealous, it means she trusts you. Wrong. The truth? A woman who's truly invested cares, not in a possessive way, but in a you matter to me way. If she never bats an eye when other women flirt with you, or if she seems totally unfazed by the idea of losing you, that's not trust. That's indifference. Why this happens. Jealousy equals emotional investment when healthy. Mild jealousy is natural. It signals she sees you as hers and doesn't want to risk losing you. Example, she playfully side-eyes a girl who lingers too long talking to you, or asks, "Who was that?" with curiosity, not anger. Zero jealousy equals zero attachment. If she's genuinely unbothered by other women, it's often because she's not emotionally locked in. Key exception. Some secure women appear unfazed, but they'll still claim you subtly, e.g., holding your hand in public, mentioning "my boyfriend" in conversation. Protectiveness is a silent clue. An invested woman guards the relationship. If you're upset, she'll probe. If you're distant, she'll notice. No protectiveness? She's not just trusting, she's unconcerned. Red flags to watch for. The cool girl act. Hang out with your ex if you want. Said with zero tension. Not in a trusting way, but a do whatever, I don't care way. You should talk to more girls. If she's pushing you toward others, she's already detaching. No social markers. Never posts you. Avoids PDA or keeps you separate from her friends' no-claiming behavior. Emotional indifference to your moves. If you flirt with someone else as a test not recommended and she doesn't react, bad sign. If you pull away emotionally and she doesn't chase or ask what's wrong, she's already gone. Psychological deep dive. A study in the Journal of Evolutionary Psychology found that mild jealousy correlates with relationship commitment. The absence of it often predicts an impending breakup. Why? Because jealousy in moderation is tied to fear of loss. And if she doesn't fear losing you, she's already checked out. What not to do? Testing her with fake scenarios. My coworker asked me out. Is that cool? This is manipulative and backfires. Misinterpreting security for disinterest. Some confident women won't act jealous, but still show investment in other ways, e.g., planning dates, deep emotional talks. The brutal truth. A woman who cares will notice threats to the relationship, even if she handles them maturely. If she's truly unbothered by you talking to other women, you pulling away emotionally, or even the idea of breaking up, she was never really yours. 6. Keeping you a secret, the final deal breaker. Here's the ultimate litmus test of her investment. If you're still a ghost in her world after months together, you're not her partner, you're her placeholder. Women who care will naturally weave you into their lives. But if you're hidden like a guilty pleasure, that's not discretion. That's denial. The cold, hard signs. The invisible man treatment. No social media traces while she posts other parts of her life. Friends/family don't know you exist. She dodges events where you might meet her people. The excuse playbook. I don't like PDA, but never hold your hand anywhere. My friends are judgmental, but won't let them form their own opinion. We're just taking it slow. After 6+ months. Why this is unforgivable. It kills relationship growth. Hidden relationships stay superficial by design. You become complicit in your own disrespect. Every secret you keep for her is self-betrayal. The bitter endgame. When she does go public, it won't be with you. The power move. Next time she declines to invite you somewhere, say, I get it, but know this. Real relationships don't happen in the shadows. Then walk away. Her reaction will tell you everything. Final script punch. Men, you deserve more than being someone's dirty little secret. If she won't claim you in the light, she'll replace you in the dark. Recognize this clue and act accordingly. Want me to add a viewer question to transition to comments? Like, have you experienced this? How did you handle it? Drop your stories below. Let's expose these patterns together.